Back now to the Republican Party. We've got a theme here, pushing Liz Cheney out of its leadership. Republican strategist Susan Del Percio writes in a new piece for NBC Think, quote, as impossible as this may seem, the GOP has not hit rock bottom, not even close. The party does not want to leave Donald Trump and Trumpism behind. It would rather knock the stuffing out of true conservatives like Utah Senator Mitt Romney and Liz Cheney. I hear a lot of people discussing the emergence of a new wing of the Republican Party, but that's not going to happen. The Cheneys and the Romneys of the party will be long gone by the time the Republican Party turns itself around. Until then, the GOP will continue to nominate the most extreme representatives. Perhaps eventually such extremism will knock state and local leaders out of power. But when? It will be a long and ugly time for the party. We thought Trump was the worst, but it turns out the worst is yet to come. And Susan joins us now, along with adjunct professor of religion and philosophy at Christopher Newport University, Sophia Nelson. She is also writing about this moment for the GOP in a new piece for USA Today entitled Representative Liz Cheney is Courageous While Republican Men Are Profiles in Cowardice. And we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, Susan, if the worst is yet to come, what does that look like? And why is it that some of these top Republicans who have been in politics, who are holding positions right now, why can't they see what has already happened and where this is leading? What does it look like?
Well, it's going to look a lot worse and get a lot worse because most of the current Republicans in office right now are only concerned about being in office right now. And they know that if they want to stay with leadership, unlike Liz Cheney, she's willing to put it out there. And most of them are not. So we're going to see the state and local parties for a very long time, I believe, really keep working through Trumpism. This isn't actually any more about Trump. It's about the idea of this extremist taking over the state parties and nominating the most extreme and losing congressional seats as a result of it, most likely. But again, even if 2022 works out for the Republicans, the long term it won't. Who's joining the Republican Party now? No one. So as a matter of fact, people are leaving it in droves. So this is going to keep going on for a while. Anyone thinks it's going to correct itself in 2022 or 2024 is just missing the point. And I will add, I think Liz Cheney is playing a very smart long game. She's betting, I think, that Trump's going to have some legal problems coming up, which most likely will play out a certain way. And this committee that she's been, the bipartisan review of January 6th, that basically she was speaking for, is going to happen. And Kevin McCarthy is going to look like a fool.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.